when you close a trade, let's say 100, 200, even up to $300, it doesn't feel so heavy to try to make it back up. You're like one trade and I'm either break even or I'm there. That feels more that peaceful kind of trading mentality. And somebody asked me that the other day is, let's talk about peaceful trading. I think prop firms don't really promote peaceful trading in the way that I would want them, the way I want it to feel. It's not as peaceful as it was in other industries because everything feels like you're stuck on this decision or this decision. But if you're in micros and you just let the trade play out, which is hard because let's say you did take 120 or whatever, a 30-point loss, whatever that equals on your account size, that next trade, you've got to let it play out per your strategy, per your rules. If you want it to work on the model that you have, the statistics and the stats that you're going off of. Because now, if you took that first loss and then that second loss, you're like, hey, crap, let me at least lock this to be back to break even, which I understand why we do that for prop firms. But I think a bad recipe mathematically to get to your end goal. So I know why we do it, but I don't think maybe we should be doing it.
100%. Even recognize it periodically each month because I have my play accounts that sometimes I'll use higher leverage or whatever, maybe with a different prop firm. And 7 times out of 10, I usually blow those accounts, especially if I don't get the first few trades to go into my favor. And just using that bigger lot size, whether it be a mini or 7, 8 micros or whatever, compared to my other accounts where the management is just more defined. But anyways, I digress. It looked like we might be having a move here. So
No. I saw that wick down all kinds of aggressively. Look at that. It was a nice pop. It was an aggressive pop down that didn't really follow through. I'm watching. I'm waiting patiently. This is where I'm sitting, guys. So nothing much. These are trades I took overnight. That was an aggressive pop. It looked like trying to trap some sellers because see how that popped down, especially on Tradebait, it looked like a tank, but we didn't stay there. We came right back up.
another thing I noticed too is with larger size, you tend to gravitate towards the lower time frames as well. And there's a lot of BS candles, for lack of a better term, that you'll get in those, especially if it's not a trendy day. The price action is horrible on a 1 minute, sometimes 2 minute.
Yes, 100%. And I'm trying to trust my 5-minute model, and I'm referencing it a lot. And that's one of the things about micros is I can afford the 30, 50 points. Now my brain is not happy with seeing 50 points because I already know this industry is not going to give me time necessarily to play it out the way I want it to. But I know on the 5-minute, for the most part, yes, again, sometimes you're going to get chopped up. But for the most part, you've got this clean kind of situation where you can just see everything. There we go. We're breaking out of the 5-minute to the downside. But remember, I think it's better to be a little patient because we've got that overnight low here, which is technically that's 20 points. So we're breaking out of that 5-minute range, but we broke out of it here too. So still chop. Took a 30-point loss here. Luckily on one account, I did show you. I didn't plan it that way. Would have been on all the accounts. Sometimes it works against you. Sometimes it's in your favor. It does happen. It doesn't feel like everything happens in the things that go wrong are in your favor. But if we're all being a little honest, sometimes they are in your favor.